Hello student, in this video I am going to solve the most expected questions in JEE 2020 from the chapter hydrocarbons. Let me solve the question one by one. See the first question here. The correct relative rate of the reactions of the given alkenes for any given electrophile is. That means you have to identify the among these alkene which will be the more reactive in nature. Okay, now just go to the first one here. Okay, let me take the first one here. Okay, just I am going to indicate this structure here. See this one here. So here we are having which is the alkene. So here it is the double bond O, and here it is the CH. Okay, I am going to write it in this form here. And the second one we are having which is this compound. Okay, so here also we are having which is the 2-methyl group here. Okay, so next thing is the third one. So again it is which is the alkene. This is the Cl, and here it is the CH3. And the next one again it is an alkene, so it is the CH3. Okay, now just identify this one here. Now I am going to indicate the particular electrophiles here. That means I am going to indicate the word whenever the electrophile attaches to the particular the alkene, there is a formation of carbocation. Just I am going to indicate the formation of carbocations here. Okay, this one produces. Okay, I am going to indicate the one of the carbocations here. Here we are having a double bond O. Just identify this one here. I am going to show the carbocations here. Okay, similarly here also, here maybe in this carbon or maybe in this carbon it forms which is the carbocation. Okay, I am going to show the which is the most stable carbocation here. Okay, see this one here. So here whenever the particular the electrophile attacks, okay, there is a formation of the particular carbocation. Here I am going to indicate the carbocation. The same way here also I am going to indicate the carbocations. Okay, see this one here. This is the Cl. Here the bond breaks, and here the one of the carbon gets the charge. Okay, and even here also. Okay, just identify this one here. So now this is the CH3. Here I am going to indicate the carbocation. So you have to identify the most reactive compounds in this one. Okay, that means it's mainly depending upon the the stability of the carbocation. It's mainly depending upon the stability of carbocation. Okay, so see this one. You have to identify. We got the carbocations. You identify the which one is the most stable. Okay, just identify this one. Here we are having which is the carbonyl group. That is the C double bond. Okay, so this group will be the electron withdrawing group. Okay, just I am going to indicate here. For any carbocation, there will be, if there is a presence of the electron withdrawing group, the stability will be the decreases. Suppose if it is containing the electron donating group. Okay, or it may be which is the atom. So it may be the atom containing the lone pair of electrons. The atom containing which is the lone pair of electrons. Okay, so that means the stability of the carbocations goes on increase. Just identify this one here. This group is which is the electron withdrawing group. Okay, that means the stability is the decreases. Okay, come to this one here. So we know that this oxygen containing which is the lone pair of electrons. Here for this carbocation we can identify the hyperconjugation from this methyl group and the resonance from the oxygens here. Here the stability goes on increases. But see this one. We know that the chlorine is also which is the electron withdrawing group, hence the stability is the decreases. Okay, but here you just identify. We don't have the resonance effect, but here we can identify. Just identify this one here. Here we are having a CH3, and here also we are having which is the CH2. That means in this case we can identify the hyperconjugation. That means we are having an electron donating group. So hence the stability goes on the increase. So compared to the resonance and also the hyperconjugation, the most effective will be the which is the resonance. Hence the second one will be the most reactive one. So next one, here we are having electron withdrawing. Here also we are having the electron withdrawing. The stability will be the decreases. Okay, and now we have to identify the which is the next one, which one is more stable. In this case we can identify the hyperconjugation. Hence the structure the fourth will be the most reactive one. So next comes between the carbonyl and this one, this is the chlorine. Okay, so this is the less electron the withdrawing group compared to the which is the carbonyl. Okay, hence we can identify the third one. This is the least reactive will be the which is the second one. Okay, so this is the particular the order. So whenever there is a formation of this is the carbocation, we have to identify the stability of the carbocations. Okay, so higher the stability of the carbocation, the greater will be the rate of the reactions. Okay, hence in this case the option is that is the B. Okay, so next one. So now you have to identify, they are given the which is your the 3-phenyl the butene. Okay, so whenever it is reacts with the word the water in the presence of an acid. Okay, now you have to identify the word this one. Okay, so this is what the we can call it as a acid catalyzer. That is the word the this is what the hydration. Okay, just go to this one here. So let me write to the particular reaction mechanism here. This is the word the benzene here. And again we are having which is your the CH, here it is your the CH double bond CH2, and again here also what you are having CH3. Okay, now see this one. So whenever it is reacts with the word the H plus, so okay, this will be comes here. I'm going to write the most stable carbocations here. Okay, so initially it forms like this. This is the word the CH. Okay, and again we got the word the CH3. Here this carbon carries the word the positive charge, and here it is the word the CH3. So we got the secondary, that is the word the carbocation. So already we have to remember the one more concept. You have to remember the one more concept. If there is a formation of the carbocation, whatever the reaction mechanism it may be, we have to do the what the hydrate shift or the methyl shift, or maybe the ring expansion, so as to get the most stable carbocation. But here we are going to do the what the hydrate shift. So suppose if we do the what the hydrate from year to year, okay, so I can indicate the what the hydrate shift here. So whenever if you do the what the hydrate shift to this one, here it forms the what the benzyl carbocations. Okay, so among the carbocations, the benzyl carbocation is the what the most stable one. Okay, so this is an example for the what the tertiary benzyl carbocation. And next thing is which on the what the attack of the which is the what the nucleophile, and now that is the what the this one, and here we got the which on the C, here is your the OH, and the next thing is your the CH2, and here it is your the CH3. Okay, now here we got the which one, the respective alcohol. Okay, so now whatever the reactions mechanism it may be, if there is a formation of carbocation, you have to identify to shift the hydrate or maybe the what the methyl or maybe the ring expansion, so as to get the most stable carbocation. Here we got the most stable carbocation, hence in this case the option is the C. The option is C. So next one. When 1,3 butadiene is warmed with 1 mole of HCl at high temperature gives many products. Choose the correct major product among them. Okay, just identify this one here. So here they indicated the which is the high temperature. Now see the particular the 1,3 butadiene. Okay, so this is the the CH2 double bond CH, and it is the CH and the double bond CH2. Okay, this is 1,3 butadiene. Whenever it reacts with the HCl. Okay, remember the one concept here. Okay, so here at high temperature. Okay, just identify that high temperature. So I'm going to indicate the high temperature, and here just I'm going to indicate the which is the low temperature. So at the high temperature we can identify the 1,4 addition. This is very important one. At high temperature it follows the 1,4. So if it is the low temperature, it forms the 1,2 additions here. So that means this will be added to the first carbon and also the which is the fourth carbon here. But here they given the high temperature, hence the major product I'm going to write. This becomes the CH3, and here it is the CH double bond CH, and here it is the CH2, that is the Cl. So this is the particular the product. So let me write this is the A. So here this is the particular the product at 1,4 additions. So if it is this one at the low temperature, so 1,2 additions. The 1,2 additions will be like this. Okay, so here we are going to have this is the 1,2. Okay, just go this one here. So here we are having a CH3. So again we are having which is the CH. Okay, so CH2, this is the particular the CH2. Here it is the CH2 double bond. So again we are having which is the CH. Here it is the CH3, and here it is the Cl. Okay, so this will be the 1,2 additions here. This is the low temperature. But in the question they are given the high temperature. Remember one thing, even though if this compound is formed, further if you heat, that will be rearranged to give the this compound. Hence the major compound is this one. Okay, hence in this case, okay, to identify the particulars the 1,4 additions, the option is the which is the B. The option is the B. Okay, this concept you have to remember. So because this identify only in the case of the conjugation. The conjugation means what the alternate and single and double bond. So when you identify the conjugation, the conjugated as the alkenes, the additions of the unsymmetrical reagent always in this form. That is the 1,4 additions and also the 1,2 addition. Next one. A sample of petrol is a mixture of the 30% N-heptane and the 70% iso-octane. The sample has octane number. Okay. just identify this one here. So octane number, you have to identify what exactly the octane number. Okay, so this octane number indicates, so actually this indicate, so this octane number indicate the, that is the anti-knocking property. It indicates the, which is the anti-knocking property. Okay, so this is very important one. Okay, so what exactly the octane number? Actually it is the mixture of, this contains the, which is the isooctane. It contains the, which is the isooctane as well as the, which is the N-heptane. Okay, now see the next one here. So now the octane number, if we are talking about the octane number, we are going to keep the reference as a, which is the 100%. That means if there is a, which is the higher the number of the, which is the isooctane, we can identify the octane number. That means the anti-knocking. So we can identify the anti-knocking properties here. Okay, so now for the isooctane, so let me take the for the iso, that is the octane, only for the isooctane, not for the N-heptane here. So isooctane, we are going to identify the 100. That is the octane number will be the, which is the 100. This is the reference we are going to take. Okay, so if you want to calculate the, which is the octane number, okay, octane number, okay, so what is the percentage of isooctane we are having here? That means the 70%. Okay, so out of the, which is the 100, the percentage we are going to calculate like this. So hence the percentage we are going to get is a, which one? 70%. Okay, hence in this case the option is the, which one? That is the A. Okay, so this is the most important one. For the octane number, we are going to keep the reference as a, which is the isooctane. Okay, next one. During debrominations of the dibromobutane, the major product formed is, okay, so see this one, the meso compound means the optically inactive because of the, which is the plane of symmetry. Let me write the particular this one here, that is the meso dibromobutane. So I'm going to write the meso dibromobutane. Okay, see this one, this is the meso dibromobutane. Okay, so this is the H, and here it is also the H. So if you cut into the two of the part above the plane, which is mirror image to the part below the plane, that means we can identify the plane of symmetry. So during the debromination, that means we have to remove the, which is the bromine. That means you just identify. That means you have to cleave it here. Okay, so whenever if you cleave, this carbon gets the, which is this carbon to carbon gets the double bond. Okay, just go to this one here. So now I'm going to write the, which is the carbon to carbon double bond. Okay, and now see the possibilities. The one thing is the CH3 will be comes here, and the H will be like this. Okay, and next thing is the CH3 will be like this, and the next thing is the H. Okay, another possibility is what we are going to get is the carbon to carbon double bond, and here we are going to get the CH3, and here also we are going to get the CH3. So this is the H. That means the identical atoms and group of atoms on the same side, but here it is the opposite side. So this is what you are going to call the trans, and this is the cis. But in the questions what they ask is a major product. So remember one thing, so whatever the product you are going to get in the reaction, the particular product should be the most stable one. The most stable is the isomer is which is the trans. Okay, hence the major product in this case is which is the trans 2-butene. Hence the option is which one? That is the C. Okay, so next one. Carbide which reacts with water to give the propane. Okay, let me write the particular the reactions here. Okay, see the first one here. If you take the calcium carbide, the first one they are given the calcium carbide. Whenever it reacts with the water, here we are going to get the, which is the acetylene. Is nothing but the ethine. The byproduct will be the calcium hydroxide. Okay, so here you have to take the 2. Okay, and next one they are given the, which is the magnesium carbide. Okay, so when you take the magnesium carbide reacts with the water. Okay, the one thing we are going to get the magnesium hydroxide. So what we are going to get the magnesium hydroxide, and the next thing is we got the, which is the propane. So we got the, which is the propane. Okay, so now we have to balance the equations. Here I am going to take this the 4, and here it is the 2. Okay, so here what we got is the propane. Okay, but here what we got, that is the ethane. Our intention is to prepare the propane. We got this one. Okay, this option will be the B. So what happens if the silicon carbide reacts with the water? Okay, so whenever the silicon carbide reacts with the water, the one thing we are going to get the silicon dioxide, and the next thing is the methane. Okay, so next we are going to get the methane. Similarly, if you take the aluminium carbide, that is the Al4, that is the C3. So whenever it reacts with the water, okay, here we are going to get the respective hydroxide, that is the aluminium hydroxide. And the next thing is we got the which is your the alkane, that is your the methane. Okay, here we have to get the 12. Okay, so now here we have to need the which is your the 4. Okay, now you just identify. In the first case we got the ethane, in the second case we got the propane, and the rest of the case we got the methane. But our intention is to prepare the propane, hence the magnesium carbide on hydrolysis we are going to get the which is your the propane. Okay, let's see the next one here. So you have to identify the major product in this one here. Okay, so see the first one here, and they're given the word the benzene, and also in the presence of the which is the aluminium chloride. Okay, this is nothing but the which is the parachlorobenzoyl chloride. Okay, let me take this one here. Okay, so I'm going to take the which is the this one. Okay, that is the parachloro. Okay, this is the parachloro. That is the benzoyl chloride. Okay. Whenever it reacts with the aluminium chloride, because we know that aluminium chloride acts as a which in the halogen carrier. Okay, so this will be donates electron toward this one. Okay, I'm going to write the which is the AlCl4 minus. Okay, see the next one here. Here we got the which is the electrophile. Here this is the electrophile what we are going to get. So here is the C double bond O, that is the plus. So we know that benzene readily undergoes which in the electrophilic substitution reactions. Okay, whenever the benzene reacts with the this electrophile. Okay, I'm going to write it in this form here. Okay, this is the Cl, and here we are having a which in the C double bond O, that is the plus. Okay, see the product what you are going to get here. Okay, now here, so I'm going to write the this one here. Okay, so we got this one, that is the electrophile. So this electrophile, this particularly the carbonyl carbon is attached to the which is the benzene. So this is the particular product what we are going to get. Okay, hence in this case the option is the which is the C. So this is nothing but the which is the electrophilic substitution reaction, that is the which is the Friedel-Crafts, that is the acylation. So acylations we have to take the which is that is the acid chloride here. So here we took the which is the parachloro, that is the benzoyl chloride. Okay, so next one. Now see the next one here. So this compound is heated with the aluminium chloride. Okay, see this one. So again I'm going to write this one here. Okay, we are having which is the benzene ring, and also we are having which is the anhydride also. Okay, see this one here. So this is the benzene. Okay, and the next thing is this is the CH2. I'm going to split this one. This is the CH. Here it is the CH2, C double bond O, and here also C double bond O. This is the O like this. So we know that aluminium chloride act as a which one? That is the Lewis acid. So this bond may be here or may be here. This bond breaks and donates electrons towards the which on the aluminium chloride. Now see the intermediate what you are going to. Okay, I'm going to write it here. So this is the benzene ring. Okay, so now I'm going to indicate the which on the particular the alternate single and double bond. This is double bond. Okay, see this one here. CH2, this is the CH. Now in this case we got the which is the electrophile, that is the C double bond O plus. See the next one here. This is the C double bond O. This is the O. That is the ACl3 minus. Okay, just go this one. But we know that this particular the benzene ring is attached to this carbon which is containing a which is the hydrogen. That means they undergoes the which in the hyperconjugations. I mean this particular the carbon is attached to here. Okay, so let me write the this one here. Okay, so let me show the particular double bond in this form here. Okay, so see this one here. Okay, I'm going to indicate the double bond in this manner. Okay, see this one. Okay, just go to this one. So here I'm going to indicate the double bond. Okay, see this one. This is the particular the electrophile here. Okay, just go to this one here. This will be attached to the which is this carbon. Okay, now see the next one here. Okay, so I'm going to write it in this form. This is the double bond. Here it is double bond, and here this particular this carbon carries which is the positive charge. Okay, just go this one. Here it forms the positive charge. See the next one here. This is the C double bond O. And next thing is what? CH2. Okay, and here it is what you are having. This is the CH like this, and this is the C double bond O. This is the OCl3 minus. Okay, just go this one. And now, especially here, there is a formation of the carbocations here. Now we have to identify the word this one. So here we can identify the word the hydrogen. Okay, so this hydrogen. Okay, the last thing is the elimination of the proton, and here we are going to get like this. Okay, the eliminated proton that will be combines here. That means here it will be breaks the word the carboxylate. There is a ion is changes to which in the carboxylic acid. Okay, let me write the particular product in this form. Okay, just go this one. This is the word the benzene ring. Okay, we got the which is the benzene ring back here. Okay, so next thing is what? So what you are having, C double bond. So 1 carbon, 2, 3, and the 4. Let me write the word. This is the word the carbonyl group. And next thing is the word we are having CH2. That is this one. Okay, next thing is the word the CH, and here it is the word the CH2, and this is the word this one. And see the next one here. Here this carboxylate, the eliminated residue, the proton combines with this one to form the word the carboxylic acid. Okay, hence, so this is the word the nothing but the which is the word this compound. Okay, we are having which is the word the benzene ring. I'm going to write the which in the bond line representation like this. Here it is the word the double bond O, and here what you are having, COOH. Okay, and now in this case the option is a which one, that is the word the D. Okay, so next one. Now see the ninth question here. Here they given the word the cyclo, that is the word the alkenes here. They undergoes the word the catalytic hydrogenations here. Now just identify this one here. So in the word the particular, that is the word the cyclo, that is the word the alkenes. Okay, they're given the which is the word the deuterium. Okay, I'm going to write it in this form here. Okay, but during the word the catalytic, that is the word the hydrogenation. So consider this is the word the nickel. Consider this is the word the nickel. Okay, this is the word the nickel. This is a catalyst. Okay, on the surface of the word the particle, the word the metal, we are having a which is the word the hydrogen. Okay, just identify this one here. So if you do the word the hydrogenations here directly, it is very difficult to break the word the bond. It is very difficult to break the which in the hydrogen to hydrogen bond. But when this hydrogen is the reaction is proceeded in the presence of the nickel catalyst here, this is the particle, the metal, where the hydrogen gas is adsorbed on the surface of the metal, and now this is the hydrogen molecule that becomes the atom which are present on the surface of the metal. Okay, when this one is treated with the alkenes here, we can identify the addition. That means this hydrogen goes here. Okay, this hydrogens will be goes here. Okay, just go to the particle, the product what you are going to get here. So here both the hydrogens, here both the hydrogens which are present on the same side. Both the hydrogen which are present on the same side here. Okay, now I'm going to write in this form here. Just go to this one here. This is the cyclo, that is the pentane here. Okay, see this one here. So here both will be on the same side, hence I can write it like in this form here. This is the deuterium, this is the hydrogen, and the hydrogen. Okay, so here we can identify the particle, the cis form here. Okay, that means the catalytic hydrogenation always gives you the cis. Okay, but if you do the brominations, that gives you which in the trans. In this case we can identify the cis form, that is which one, the option is which one, the B. The option is B. Next one. Now see the 10th question here. It is similar to the previous one here. See this one here. So let me take the cyclohexene. Okay, this is cyclohexene. So reacts with the bromine. Okay, so let me write the bromine in this form. Okay, so now we have to identify. So what will be the product we can get in this one? Okay, so this one. Now see the first thing here. So we know that either the one of the bromine atom, they shows you the deficiency of electron. The one will be the electron rich. Okay, that means the delta plus and the delta minus here. If this is the delta plus here, this one. So we know that it is containing which is the lone pair of electron. That means we can identify the 3 lone pair of electrons in this one. So here this will be donates to here, and this bromine like this, and this will be comes out. Okay, just go to this one here. Here we got the intermediate. That means the intermediate we got which is the bromonium ions like this. This is the Br plus like this. And see the next one here. So this is the particle the positive charge. So that's the Br plus. This is the Br minus here. So now that is the negative part. They cannot come to the on the same side, because this particular the carbon. So this the bromide ion cannot attack to this carbon. Maybe this one or maybe this one in the front side, because this front side is completely blocked by which is the bromine. This is the bromine atom here. Hence we can identify this will be attack will be the back side. That means here we can identify like this. This is the back side. I'm going to indicate here. So this is the particle this one. And now see the next one here. This will becomes like this. Okay, see the next one here. So this is the front side. So especially the first bromine attacks, which will be the front side. So I am going to indicate like this. Okay, this is the front side attack. I am going to indicate like this. This is the BR. Okay, and this is the back side. Okay, that means exactly the opposite. That is the below the particle the plane. I'm going to write it this one. Okay, so addition of the bromine to the alkene is always which is the anti-addition. This is what you are going to call, that is the anti-addition. If we are talking about the hydrogen, it is the syn addition. But here we got which is that is a anti-addition product. So hence the option is which is the B. The option is which one? The B. Okay, next one. So again we are having which is the alkene reacts with the which one? That is the osmium tetroxide. Okay, so in the presence of the which one? The sodium bisulfite. Okay, now see this one. Now what you have identified is the A. Okay, so let me write the particular the bond line representation as it is here. This is the CH3 CH2 C. Here it is the double bond. Again we are having like this. Okay. Now see the osmium tetroxide here. So it is one of the which is the oxidizing agent. I'm going to write the structure of the osmium tetroxide. This is one of the which one? The oxidizing agent. Okay, osmium tetroxide. Now see this one. So this will be attached to this one, and here this bond comes here, and here we are going to get like this. So this is we got the which is the intermediate here. So like this. So see this one here, and now just identify. Here we got the which is the osmate ester we are going to call this one. Okay, and the next thing is the double bond O. Okay, this is the double bond O. Okay, and next thing is what in the reactions we can identify the water. Just identify here. In the water we can identify the positive part as well as the negative part. The positive part is attached to the this oxygen here, and the negative part of the water is attached to the which is this osmium here. Okay, and finally we got, okay, now just identify this one here. Whenever it reacts with the water, here we got the this compound. That means we got the respective, that is the diol, the respective diol. So here also we can identify the particle. That means here the additions of the which is the OH, it will be which is the syn. It is not a which is the anti. Okay, so let me write it in this form here. Just identify this one. I'm going to write. This is this is nothing but the which one? The C2H5. Here also the what you are having C2H5. Okay, see this one here. I'm going to write the C2H5. So and again this carbon. Okay, and now the OH, the both will be the OH. They are in the same side. And now you just identify this one here, and then I'm going to balance the valency of the I'm going to satisfy the valency of the carbon here. Just go this one here. So this is the chiral carbon. This also the chiral carbon. Now if you cut into the two halves, the part above the plane which is mirror images to the part below the plane, here we can identify the plane of symmetry. So if I identify the plane of symmetry, that refers to which is the meso compound. Here we got the which is the diol. So hence the option what you are going to have, it is a which one? That is the mesodiol, because we got the which is the meso compounds and we are having which in the 2 OH, hence what you are going to call the mesodiol. Okay, so remember one thing, the reaction with osmium, that is the tetroxide, always gives you the diol. It is in the which is the syn form. Okay, it is not in the anti form. Okay, so next one. So again they are given the which one? In this case they are given the which is the alkyne. Okay, so just go to this one here. Okay, let me write the particular reactions here. See the first one here. So we are having CH3 CH2. So we are having C triple bond CH. Okay, so whenever it reacts with the what, it is almost similar to the which is the diborane here. This is the borane here. So this is the one of the this one, that is the instead of the hydrogen we are having a deuterium, that will be goes to the here. See the first product in this case here. Here we got CH3CH2, this is the C. This deuterium is attached to this one. So double bond, and the next thing is here we are going to have the CH. Okay, so here we are going to have the CH, this is the BD2. Okay, and next thing is what? See the next one here. This is the first product what you are going to get here. And the next thing we are having which in the zinc and the which is the acetic acid. That means they undergoes the reductions. So in the reductions here we are going to get this one here. That is the CH3 CH2. That means here we are going to remove the this one. Okay, this part we are going to remove. That means here we are going to get the which is the CH2. Okay, if I write in the case of the bond line representations here, so here we are having carbon to carbon double bond, we are having a 2 hydrogens. okay, and again what you are having, this is what the D, okay, and this CH3 is nothing but the ethyl. I'm going to write it in this case, okay. Hence in this case the option is the which is the B, okay. So next one. So here they are given the methyl cyclopentane reacts with the bromine in the presence of diffused sunlight. Okay, see this one here. So here the diffused sunlight. Okay, hence the reaction mechanism is the which one, the free radical one. Okay, see this one here. So now whenever this type of the compound reacts with the bromine in the presence of diffused sunlight, you just identify the types of the carbon. This is the primary, this will be the tertiary, this the remaining will be the secondary. But we know that the most active is the carbon is which in the tertiary. Now you just identify this one. Here we are having which is the one hydrogen. This one of the hydrogen is replaced by the which in the bromine. Okay, and here the byproduct will be the HBr. Now see the main product what you are going to get here. So this is the product. That is the here what you are having, that is the CH3, and here what you are having, that is the Br. Okay, this is the particularly the X. Okay, and now the next thing is whenever it reacts with the alcoholic potassium hydroxide, that means it undergoes dehydrohalogenations. Okay, so dehydrohalogenation, and what does it forms? It forms the respective, that is the alkene. And see the next one here, this is the HBr in the presence of the peroxide. That means it undergoes the anti-Markovnikov additions here, or else Karash effect, or else maybe the peroxide effects. So here during the anti-Markovnikov addition, the product here is which one, opposite to the which is the Markovnikov rule. Hence the product what you are going to get is this one. Okay, so hence in this case the option is the C. Okay, but especially remember one thing, in this case we can't identify the ring expansion because the reaction mechanism taking place, especially in this one, the mechanism is taking place according to which one, that is the free radical. Okay, so next one. So an alkene on ozonolysis gives you the formaldehyde and acetaldehyde. The alkene is, okay. Now see the particularly the product what you are going to get. The one thing is the formaldehydes, and next thing we got the which is the acetaldehydes. That means we got the which on the formaldehyde as well as the acetal, but you have to identify the which on the how we got the which on the this compound here. Okay, so let me indicate the carbonyl group. I'm going to indicate the carbonyl group in this form here, and even here also. In this case also we are having a carbonyl group here. So like this is the CH3, and here it is the H. Okay, and now what you have to remove is only just remove the oxygen, and you have to put the double bond here. Okay, so now here I am going to write the H. This is the H. This is the C. Double bond C. This is the CH3. That is the H. Let me write in the condensed formula. That is the CH3 CH double bond CH. So that means what is the alkene we got? That is the propene. If you take the propene and do the reductive ozonolysis, you are going to get the formaldehyde and acetaldehydes. Okay, hence in this case the option is which one? That is the D. Okay, so next one. The toluene may be prepared by. Okay, just identify this one. What you have to prepare here? This is the toluene. The toluene structure is like this: C6H5CH3. Okay, see this one. This is the toluene. Friedel-Crafts reaction. So we know that the Friedel-Crafts alkylations here. So let me do the first reactions in this one. When the benzene reacts with the methyl chloride in the presence of anhydrous aluminium chloride, here what you are going to get, that is the alkyl benzene. That is the toluene we got. Okay, so in the first reaction also we got the which in the toluene. So let me go for the which in the next one here. So now that is the Wurtz-Fittig reactions here. Now if you take the halobenzene, it may be anything. Okay, and now whenever it reacts with the methyl chloride in the presence of the sodium metal. Okay, and also the ether here. Okay, here. So what you are going to get, again we got the which is the alkyl benzene. This reaction is called as a which in the Wurtz-Fittig reactions. Okay, next one. See the next one here. Here you can take the which is the halobenzene. Okay, let me take the which is the iodobenzene. You can take the bromobenzene also. Okay, but now whenever it reacts with the methyl lithium, but this is the organometallic compound, so this will be carries the negative part, this will be carries the positive part, and now here what you are going to get, that is the which one? That is the toluene. Okay, so here that is the CH3, and that is the methyl, that is the lithium iodide here. Okay, see this one. So here we got the which in the this product here. Now in all the three reactions we got the toluene. Hence the reaction, that means the reaction taking place. That means all by using all of these method we can prepare the which one? The toluene. So in this case the option is the which one? The D.